And I also remember reading in your book that you talk about how the paradigm of awakening, it's faster now. It's not slow like it used to be in the past. How can you explain more about that shift?
Right. Well, we've always been moving up the food chain. That's our mission on Earth, is always hopefully connect with your higher self and keep moving up the food chain. And from millions and millions of years, consciousness pervades everything, and we move from mineral, plants, animal, and then human, and now we're moving up another layer. And this evolution doesn't just happen at a steady, constant thing. During certain periods, it happens faster than others. And we're in one of those periods right now where our evolution is growing at tremendous speed. That's why everything's happening. There's turmoil in the world, and we have to welcome this turmoil because our old institutions and our old patterns of behavior now are not serving us anymore, especially as we move into a higher world. So this discord and the disarray that people see is good. It's a good thing. This means we're purging all the old things, and all that is hidden is being revealed. So it's not that the world suddenly became negative. It always was. There was a negative aspect to everything, always, only now it's being revealed. Our planet and everyone on the planet is moving up at the same time. And that's what's making it easier than ever before for people to connect with their higher self and expedite this process.
Where do you think this is going? What does the future look like to you?
The future is going to be based more on service to others instead of service to self, where we have a few billionaires and the hidden rulers of our planet dictating what goes on, the ones above the presidents and prime ministers and kings on the world. There's a group of people that are running things, or were running things, and they're losing their power dramatically because they can't stop this upticking of human consciousness. And all these things that they've enacted to try to prevent humanity from going to higher levels, including a lot of the fake news that you see on TV, all of it's meant to induce fear. Whether it's a war or terrorism, the whole idea is keep people in fear, because when you're in fear, people will automatically gravitate to their dominant brain hemisphere. People are familiar with the left brain and right brain paradigm. Left brain are the logical thinkers, the engineers, the accountants, and the right brain are the more creative types, the artists and healers, typically. And so, but the ideal state, of course, in the mystic world, all is one, so what's better? You want to be synchronized. You want left and right brain perfectly synchronized, and that's the most direct path to get to these higher states of consciousness. But what happens when you go into fear is you'll automatically go to whichever your dominant paradigm is. If you're a healer, you'll still be creative, but you won't, the logic will sort of go away. If you're logical, you'll go back to that left brain, but you won't be able to be creative, both of which are preventing you from going to higher states. So that's the fundamental reason why this behind-the-scenes group is constantly trying to orchestrate wars and put you in fear of terrorism, is to keep you from going to that state, because when people are more enlightened, they have no control over you anymore. And that's the world that we're coming to, is going to be the world based on, it's not how much money you have, it's going to be how much you can improve the lives of everyone else around you. And so it's going to be a much more cooperative world where everyone will have food and shelter and all the necessities, and be able to embark on their most earnest dreams. And whatever they want to do, they'll be able to do it. And it won't be people putting you in a box or a cubicle and saying you have to stay here to buy things you don't really need or want, but that's how you were programmed into thinking. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
That sounds promising to me. It's more about taking responsibility for your own life and feeling empowered instead of putting power on government or religion.
Right.
You're taking back that power and functioning.
Yes, exactly. That's your job, is, again, tap into your higher self and bring that wisdom down to earth and share it with the world. That's the ultimate power. That's the ultimate sovereignty. That's how our world is going with. And if I'm able to help people become empowered like that, it makes my world better. I don't have to be, I'm the only guy that can tap in and have the wisdom. No, if you have your wisdom and everyone else around us has wisdom, they're going to make the world better too. It's going to make my life better. So I'm trying to help people do that. It'll make not just my life, it'll make the whole world better.